You guys, what's up? So, I know y'all probably ain't seen me post in a while, and there ain't no excuse for that, ain't no reason for that, besides, I just went back to old ways, back to old sinful habits, and fell back into a sinful lifestyle. But recently, I think about 4 or 5 days ago, I quit smoking weed again, and I don't know why. I see plenty of people doing this. They can smoke weed and run businesses and all type of stuff, but everybody can't do that, and I guess I'm that one of them people that can't do those things. So I also really don't like myself when I'm not sober, so I decided to get back sober. And my bad if I'm yapping very fast. Yeah, need not to say anymore. But basically, I like myself and who I am as a sober individual, so I decided to quit smoking weed again. And people ask me, "Oh, are you gonna quit smoking forever?" And I told one guy at work the other day, I'm like, I'm not gonna speak on the future because last time I quit smoking weed, I quit smoking for 6 months and still went back. And so I can't exactly speak on the future. And even the Bible talks about that you don't know the future, so don't speak on the future. You can make plans, but ultimately it's God's will that be the thing that comes true in the first place. It'll be the thing that manifests. It'll be the Father's will that manifests, no matter how much you plan or whatnot. So, yeah, I do have plans. I have been praying about my plans, and I mean, if any of y'all believe in God, I talk to God. That might sound crazy to some of y'all, but if you don't, then you probably think I am crazy. So what? I don't give a fuck. Think what you want. I'm gonna believe what I want. You know. But basically, God did tell me, get back to it. These are the things you want to do, and this is the person that you want to become. Although when you do these things, make sure you glorify my name and not try and take credit on your own, because I will take everything from you, including what you have now, and you'll be far worse than you ever were before. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing what I need to do, and as I'm doing it all and seeing success, I can't let the success give me a big head or an ego. I have to just stay humble. Not only that, I can't try and take credit for any of that. I have to make sure to spread the gospel and glorify, God's name and the Father's name and Jesus Christ's name through it all. I have to make sure to let y'all know that it's Him doing these things through me. It's not me doing them, because if you leave it up to me, and this is what I kind of went through these past however long since I stopped posting, I tried to do both. I tried to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But y'all have to realize you can't play both sides of the fence. I don't know if any of y'all ever heard the story about the man on the fence, and on one side is the devil and one side is God, but the devil owns the fence and the guy tried to play both sides. If you haven't heard about the story, I'm not going to go into detail about it. You can quickly search it up on YouTube and find the story. If you haven't heard it, I do recommend you go listen to it. It's very short. But basically I tried to play God and play God's side while still being trapped back into a sinful lifestyle. And I realized that it wasn't going to work, so I stopped posting because I felt like a hypocrite. And basically I'm not the type of person who can sit here and fake these things. I'm an authentic person. I'm genuine. I have to be authentic. I can't sit here and say that I'm doing this and that when really I'm not. So I just stopped posting, Many of y'all probably understand what I mean by that. I'm sure many of y'all watching this probably have these same type of characteristics. Not everybody does, though. There's many people, especially traders, who LARP and try and say that they do this and do that when really they're not. They're making money from courses and VIP, but they're not making any money from trading. I'm not the type of person to do that. I have to be genuine. So if I'm teaching you a strategy or something, or selling you a course, it's because I truly believe in that strategy and that course, because it works for me. And if I'm unprofitable, I'm not gonna sit here and try and sell y'all a course. Now, I do have a group that I can recommend y'all to if y'all want to be in a group of traders who are like-minded, or if you want to be able to learn how to trade. I will leave the link below. But just a heads up, it is not my group. It is my original mentors group. And it's a really, really great group. One of the few groups that I'm in like 2 3 groups of trading groups, and it's the first one I was ever in. It's probably the best one in terms of community, and yeah, so I stay in it, I promote it, because I do truly believe in it. But the person's group that I'm talking about is Andre Diaz. If y'all want to go look him up on YouTube, y'all can go do that. He's also someone who I believe that is very genuine with his content, and he provides value for the free, and what you pay for is even more value. So, you know, check that out if you want. I'll leave my affiliate link in the description if y'all want to help support me, because I do get commission from those if y'all sign up and register or pay for the subscription through my link. But enough of that. Right. But yeah, so and then I did miss work for like a whole month, just going through some mental things that I was dealing with mentally. Nothing really bad happened to me, you know, just more mental things. So I had to work it out, figure it out, talk to God about it, and realize I can't play a sinful lifestyle and play a God like as a perfect or a righteous person. I'm not perfect, you know, I still slip up, I still make mistakes, and there's no such thing as perfect, okay? I'm gonna break that to you right now. There's no such thing as perfect. All you can do is try your best. Whatever you may be experiencing in your life or having troubles with, you know, just go into a secret place around nobody, in a quiet place. For example, like my room right here. This is basically my office, my second room in the house. I use it for an office. I used to use it for video games. I have my clothes in here, books right here, as y'all can see. I got some more on my desk over there. Those are my main ones. A lot of these are my girlfriend's books. But yeah, I recommend, if y'all need something worked out in your life, you go to a secret place, quiet place where no one's around you, no technology, and if you have technology, just turn it off or close the screen and sit down and pray. And once you pray, don't just be like, oh, God's not talking to me. Sometimes it takes him a minute to respond. Or I would actually suggest praying to Jesus, because through Jesus is the way, obviously. So pray to Jesus. That is one thing that I was kind of confused and struggled with for a long time. It's like, who do I pray to? Do I pray to God? Do I pray to Jesus? But you have to understand that they are one. Jesus is God, and Jesus was God in a human form. And Jesus is the way to the Father. So go and pray to Jesus, talk to Jesus, and once you're done with your prayer, sit down, pen and paper, or you know, a note on a whatever. You can open up some notes on a computer like Google Notes, Google Drive, type in there, whatever. But just write down whatever is coming to your mind after that prayer, and you'll realize that some of them will be your own thoughts, but some of them you'll be like, okay, I don't think like this, you know, some of these aren't my own thoughts. They're obviously coming from elsewhere. So yeah. But off topic once again, you know, I'm a little bit of a yapper. Not very good at being a people person, but I am a yapper. I love to talk. I'm just very introverted. But yeah, pretty much, you know, I just realized that I couldn't play both sides of the fence, so I decided to quit smoking. I've already said this many times. And fully dive into my relationship with God, my relationship with Christ, and try and be the best version of me that I possibly can be through the will of the Father and the help of the Father, because without him, I can't do it, you know. Without him, I'm some idiot who's a sinner, who, you know, without God, I have very evil thoughts. I used to have very evil thoughts a long time ago. You know, my past is my past for a reason. And because of the things that I've been through in my past, I realized that that's not what I want. That's not where I want to be. You know, I would never want to hurt people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't hurt somebody. But if I had to, it would have to be for a good cause, like self-defense or protecting somebody that's around me that I love, or just anybody who can't protect themselves, you know. But I wouldn't do it carelessly for no reason, like a lot of retards would, you know. Like Epstein. Let's not get on that topic. But anyways, yeah. basically, this is the restart of my journey. From this point forward, all I'm going to be teaching and all of my content will be daily vlogs, trading, and Bible content. Talking about trading, so I did take a break from trading. Well, I didn't take a break from trading, but I took a break from buying accounts for 3 to 4 months. And I just demo traded only for those 3 to 4 months, okay? And I liked my results. I was profitable. I was able to build the right discipline and the right habits. And about a week or two ago on a Sunday, let's see, what's today? Today's Monday. So not yesterday, but the Sunday before. So 1 week ago, I bought an evaluation. I think I passed it in like 3 or 4 days. I think it was 4 days. I was trying to pass it in 2, but I had a couple of losing days in between in the mix, so it took me 4 days to pass it. Now since then, I have been funded with a 25K account on Lucid, and I've been funded. This is my 7th time being funded, and the reason I have no payouts yet is because the first 6 times that I got funded, I full ported my funded accounts on day 1 and blew every single one of them. This time being funded, I lost my first 4 trades on the funded account, and I can only lose $1,000 because it's a 25K account. But I lowered risk, and I learned my lesson, you know, and those 3 months of demo trading have taught me to lower risk, and because you're not going to win every trade. Nobody wins every trade. So I lowered risk about $25, $50. Some days I'll risk maybe $100 on a trade. My max limit per day would be $200 on a 25K, probably the same on a 50K. So max $200 loss limit per day. It's my personal loss limit. Lucid, I don't think they have a loss limit per day. I could blow the whole fucking 1,000 in one day if I want to. But basically, I'm glad that I didn't full port this account and I de-risked, because I lost the first 4 trades, put me down to $800 from 1,000 total drawdown. So I lost $200 in 4 trades. On Sunday, yesterday actually, I made back 800, was in profit for 600 on the account. Today, I took an $88 loss and walked off the charts because I had a second trade ideal, but it got violated immediately. And it was like 15 minutes away from my time to no longer trade, so I just closed the charts and went on about my day. And I'll be back tomorrow. So right now I'm in profit on the funded account for about 500 something, about 500 I would say. We'll just round it up to 500. Might be like 519 I think or something like that, but we'll just say 500. The goal is to just keep trading the account, building it up. I don't really have no number in mind. Maybe like 3-4K, and then take out, you know, at least hopefully anywhere from 500 to 2 grand. I don't really have an ideal. I just want to prove to myself that I can take a payout. It doesn't matter what the amount is, as long as I know that I finally get a payout after 7 times being funded, you know. I've been trading for 2 years. An ICT trader, but I don't really trade ICT with ICT concepts. I only trade fair value gaps and imbalances, or inverse fair value gaps. My bad, I'm a little sick still. But mostly I trade supply and demand, and I trade on anywhere from the 1 minute to the 15-minute time frame, with higher time frame confirmations and confluences, like the 1 hour and 4 hour fair value gaps or imbalances and whatnot as confirmations. Today I found out about, you know, some Fibonacci stuff that I'm actually about to sit down and start backtesting with, so I can see if I can incorporate it back into my strategy, because I did used to use the Fibonacci tool, but I didn't like the way that I used it, and I was confused about a lot of things on it, and I just didn't like the way I used it. I found a new way to use it, and I'm going to sit here and backtest it for a while and see if I can incorporate it into my strategy as an extra confirmation on some days. But, yeah. Hopefully, you know, I get a payout with this. If y'all think I will, let me know in the comments. If you think I won't, let me know in the comments. Whatever. But pray for me. Pray that I get a payout this time. And you know, many big things to come. Just stay tuned. I got big things coming for y'all. Just stay tuned. But it's not me. It's in the Father's name and the Father's will for me that these things will come to me. So when they start coming to me, as I believe they will, I will make sure to let y'all know it's not me doing these things. It's God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ working through me as a vessel and guiding my steps, guiding my hands, blessing my steps and blessing my hands and blessing my mind and spirit, and turning me into the person that He desires me to be, as well as who I desire to be. So I'm back. Good morning, guys. It's about 6:50 a.m. Tuesday, May 12th. I am Central Standard Time. I was not able to get the video from yesterday uploaded and posted because I had some issues, technical issues with CapCut. So I'm gonna be adding this to the video and making it a little bit longer. Just want to let y'all know, you know, that I did actually kind of break my rules. I took a couple of losses during Aegis session last night. I took 3 trades. I wasn't supposed to take a 3rd trade. That was breaking my rules because I lost the first 2. But basically, yeah, I took 3 trades, broke my rules, so I'm not gonna be trading today. Either way, I can't really trade today because during my trading time I'm gonna have a new refrigerator come in. But yeah, I keep y'all updated on that. Yo guys, so I'm back with a quick little update. I guess the guy that's supposed to be bringing my refrigerator and installing it, he's working another job right before me, so the time keeps getting pushed back and updated as he's doing that one. And I mean, I did eat plenty yesterday, but I did recently quit smoking weed, and I'm barely getting over a sickness that was possibly COVID. If not, it felt like it. But basically, I don't really got nothing to eat in the house right now besides canned foods, and I don't really feel like making any food until after the refrigerator is installed. So I went ahead and made a protein shake. You know, I'm finna drink that right now. Probably about 23 to 27 grams of protein because I did an over scoop. With the regular scoop is 23, so we'll say anywhere from 25, 27 grams of protein, I would have to guess. And I've tried a lot of different protein powders, probably not as many as a lot of people, but I've tried a few different protein powders, and I always come back to Rise. Now this one is the Jet Puff Marshmallow. It's pretty good, yeah, but sometimes I really can't deal with that sweetness, especially after work. After work especially, I cannot deal with the sweet taste, and it's just so, I can't drink it. But and then even right now, when I made this shake, I can smell it as I'm shaking it up, and it's like, fuck, I really don't want that taste right now in my mouth. It's gonna taste like, it's gonna be a little too much for my taste buds at fucking 7 whatever in the morning, 7:20, 7:30 in the morning. So I mean, I do got a monster set in here, but I have to work tonight, so after this refrigerator is installed, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I don't think I'm gonna drink the monster. I'm just gonna down this protein shake as fast as possible, chug some water to wash the flavor away, and then after the refrigerator is installed, probably gonna make myself some type of meal and then just try and go back to sleep, because I do have to work tonight. And sleep, hydration, and nutrition are very important factors of working out, which is basically what my job is, because I don't know how many of y'all still watch me from my old videos or follow me from the past, but I'm just gonna assume that most of y'all are probably new here. And I work at FedEx. I work unloading trucks, so I'm sure many of y'all had worked warehouse jobs or UPS or Amazon, FedEx. Y'all know how it goes, you know. 5-6 hour shifts, maybe sometimes 4.5, because I transferred to a different location, probably about 6 or more months ago. So yeah, the reason I transferred is, I just kept having problems at that one location. Motherfuckers kept having problems with me for no reason. Always some old motherfucker with something to say. But either way, I hope they're doing good. If any of y'all that I've had problems with are watching this, hope y'all are doing good. You know, don't got nothing against anybody. Yeah, we may butt heads, we may have our issues, and may have our ups and downs at times, but hope everybody's doing well. So, I'll get back to y'all in a little bit. Yo guys, I'm back with an update. So the fridge that I was talking about earlier in the video, it did come and it fit basically all the way to the top of the stairs, but because I'm like on the 3rd floor and we have these weird ass roofs, like the slope, it's like that by the front stairs too. The roof didn't allow the fridge to fit because it was like too tall or something. But yeah, so the fridge didn't get put in today. It's gonna have to be returned and either canceled, or I'm gonna have to find a smaller one, a smaller unit. Although luckily, me and my girl, our parents live below us, so I can just go downstairs and use their fridge whenever I want. But yeah, little update on the trading day. I wasn't supposed to trade today. I think I said that somewhere in the video earlier on, maybe yesterday's part of the video. I did take 2 trades, lost them both in the morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of break my rules yesterday and today, and I don't want to get used to this because it's creating bad habits, and I don't want to go back to having bad habits. Because on my 3rd trade today, I took a 3rd trade and I won. It was called out by Price in his Discord. I'm not gonna take credit for it because I wouldn't have caught that trade on my own anyways, and even if I seen it, I probably wouldn't have took it because it was off of a 1 minute fair value gap, and I really don't like 1 minute areas of interest with my trading strategy. Although I had other confirmations for why I took the trade, but the thing is, I wasn't supposed to take the trade, so I broke my rules yesterday, and I broke my rules today. And what I mean by I broke my rules is I just simply took more trades than I was allowed to. That's basically the only rule I broke. Today, I think I did accidentally over leverage because I put two micros on MNQ instead of one like I wanted to. But that was an accident, and once I realized it and took a loss on that anyways, I quickly recognized that I had to downsize. I did eat. I just got out the shower. My fucking back is hurting for some reason. I don't know why. I've been working at FedEx for 2 years, so this recent peak season, like about 6-ish months ago, I think, my back has been hurting ever since, and my back usually hurts after every shift until I go to sleep and wake up, and then it's usually eased down and I don't feel it anymore. But with that being said, yesterday I bought a gym membership for LA Fitness because I love the sauna, and I want to start getting into the gym because I'm not a very extroverted person, but I want to force myself to be, like, to get used to talking to people, because I want to basically start a community where I teach people how to trade and teach people about Bible studies, and also, content. I have to be able to deal with people with content. Even if it's not in person, I still have to deal with people. I still have to go live with my camera on me. I've always been very shy and very introverted, but when I'm comfortable around people, like certain people, I will talk your ear off. I love to talk. I'm just very shy. Well, I wouldn't even say shy. I'm not shy at all anymore. I'm just introverted. I don't really like people. Well, it's weird because I love people, but I hate people at the same time. It's like a love-hate relationship. Because I care for people, but sometimes I just look at people, it's like, you're retarded. But I can't be like that with people, I can't just say that. I have to be a little bit compassionate with people and try and help them out without getting angry like I used to. I'm very proud of myself for how far I've come. I'm a little disappointed with myself that I did break my rules, and because I won the trade today, it kind of makes me tempted to do it again, because it's like, okay, the reward system in my brain is like, okay, it might have been a bad habit, but you won money technically doing it, so why wouldn't you do it again? And I can't let that, come into effect in my trading, because once I have a live account and live funds, if I do shit like that, it's gonna take me out. The goal of the game is to be in long term. Like, let's say The last 3 months, my trading has been fine. Since I've been funded for about 2 weeks now, the markets have been weird as fuck. But the markets get like this sometimes, right? I've been trading for 2 years, I know this. The markets get weird sometimes, and sometimes there will be bad weeks and bad months, and if I do what I did today, every day, in choppy markets, bad markets, weird markets, I won't live to see the good. My account won't live to see the restabilized version of the markets, if that makes sense to y'all. But yeah, with that being said, tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm not trading tomorrow, and right hand to God, that's a promise. I'm not trading tomorrow. If y'all see me upload a video tomorrow or Thursday saying that I traded on Wednesday, give me some fucking backlash in the comments. Hold me accountable. And I don't sit here and expect y'all to hold me accountable, because I shouldn't expect anybody else to hold me accountable except for myself. But definitely say something to me, you know. But I shouldn't trade tomorrow, and I don't think I will, because, you know, I kind of like, it's like, fuck, I broke my rules. And yeah, I won money, but it doesn't feel good because I know I broke my rules. It's like, yeah. With that being said, it's probably where the end of the video is going to be now, because I have to edit like 30 minutes of footage, and I have to go to sleep because I have to work tonight. I work night shifts at FedEx. But I don't know if I just said this. Low-key, my brain, it's like a little weird. Y'all can tell that I'm a yapper and I get off topic sometimes very easily and go on to other topics. If any of y'all have ever watched ICT, it's kind of like him. It is off topic, onto other topics randomly. Maybe I have ADHD, maybe I don't. Who knows? I don't give a fuck. I don't want to know if I do either way. But back to the FedEx thing. So I'm gonna try and get them to put me on an occasional package handler so I can pick up and make my own schedules every week, because they're always trying to give me 5 days a week, you know, Tuesday through Saturday, but after Saturday's night shift, they're always trying to add a Sunday morning sunrise shift from 4:30 to like, you know, 8:30, even longer some days, and I will refuse to work Sundays. I will refuse every single time to work Sundays. I will not work a Sunday. But yeah, with that being noted, I'm gonna try and get them to put me on occasional package handler, because that's my title instead of part-time. And while this is happening, I'm gonna try and find another job that's not as taxing on my body, because fuck, man, like, I love the job, but it's just too taxing on my back, if that makes any sense. So what I'm gonna do, my plan, if it comes to fruition, only thing I can do is pray, and if it's in the will of the Father, then it'll happen. He'll let it come to fruition. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find another job so I can just go to the gym instead, like maybe like a restaurant job or something, or a fast food job, or just something that's not as taxing on the body, so I can go and work out when I want to work out. I don't have somebody telling me that, oh, you have to be here and you have to do this and that. Like, no. You're gonna destroy my body and tell me that I have to do it this way and that way? No, I'm good. I've already dealt with this bullshit too long, and I'm surprised I've even held this job for this long. Yeah, starting to really hate it. I really love it, but I'm starting to really hate it, you know, because of the way they treat people, the way they treat their workers. And no matter how much they pay me, it's never enough. They would probably have to pay me like $50 an hour for me to stay there. Anyways, and you know they're not gonna do that. Anyways, not for no package handler at least. But anyways, yeah. This is probably where I'm gonna end the video now. Like, seriously this time. But I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'm gonna have to go ahead and edit this. Yeah. Let me know what y'all liked, which I didn't like. Give me some suggestions in the comments, and yeah, peace out. I'll talk to y'all later.